Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you the most important tips and tricks for your Realme 6. By the way guys, I'll also be making a dedicated video for the best features of Realme 6 where I'll be covering all the features offered by this phone. So definitely check out that video, link will be in the description. Now with that said, first I want to start off with changing the screen refresh rate. This phone has a 90Hz refresh rate display and by default it is set to auto mode. So refresh rate automatically changes depending upon what you're doing. But I would suggest you to stick with 90Hz to get the best experience. So to change the refresh rate, you need to go to the display settings and then select screen refresh rate, then select 90Hz. Just do that and from now on your display is running at 90Hz. It will be much more smoother all the time. Next, I'm going to suggest you to change fingerprint scanner related settings. By default, whenever you set up the fingerprint scanner, whenever you touch the fingerprint scanner, it just unlocks the phone. And that can be quite irritating for many people. So we have a nice option or a tweak. So just go to the fingerprint scanner settings, enter your password. Now there is something called screen off unlock. There are two options, light touch and firm touch. So by default it is set to light touch. When it is set to light touch, you can just touch the fingerprint scanner to unlock the phone. Sometimes you accidentally touch it with other fingers and it simply vibrates and creates a nuisance. So to fix that, you can select firm touch. Once you do that, to unlock your phone, you need to physically press the fingerprint scanner, just like that. And then it'll unlock the phone. If you just touch it, it doesn't work. So you really have to press it to unlock the phone. And I think this is definitely a better way. Next, I'm going to show you how to take a screenshot on this phone. Now to take a screenshot, press volume down and power button both at the same time. Once you do that, you get a quick preview. Now you can swipe it down to share it. These are the different sharing options. And you can also do a swipe up gesture to take a long screenshot. Now you need to just scroll the page to take a long screenshot. So that's pretty cool. Besides that, you can also just touch the preview and you get some extra options. Now to take a longer screenshot, you can also click this button. Now just scroll the page. Once you're done, click done. Then you'll get a long screenshot. Another way to take a screenshot is just by swiping down using 3 fingers, just like that. And now we have a screenshot and here's the preview. We have a brand new feature called partial screenshot. To take that, just place 3 fingers on your screen, swipe down, and you got a partial screenshot. Even after you take a partial screenshot, you can rearrange it, resize it, and then save it. So these are the new features related to screenshots. Next, I'm going to show you how to enable navigation gestures. For that, go to settings, then select convenience aid or convenience tools, then select navigation buttons and select swipe gestures from both sides. Now once you enable these navigation gestures, swipe from the bottom of the screen to go home and swipe and hold for recent taps. You can swipe from the bottom left or bottom right corner for Google Assistant. So that's Google Assistant. Now to go back a step, you can swipe from the left side or right side and it takes you back a step. So those are the new navigation gestures. Next we have swipe up gestures. Once you enable this feature, you can swipe from the bottom of the screen to go home, swipe and hold for recent taps, and finally you can swipe from the bottom left corner or right corner to go back a step. Next, I'm going to show you how to trigger Google Assistant with the power button. Just enable this toggle and now press and hold the power button to trigger Google Assistant. If you press and hold the power button longer, we will see the power options. If you are using navigation gestures, this is pretty useful. Next, this one also comes with a dedicated dark mode and you can enable it from settings. Once you enable this toggle, dark mode will be enabled, all the UI elements change in color. This is the toggles area and these are your stock applications. As you have seen, even stock applications have changed their theme. Usually most phones do that, but this phone also enables dark mode for third-party applications. Next, I'm going to show you how you can disable lock screen magazine. First, here's a quick preview of the lock screen, and every time you lock your phone or every time you come to the lock screen, we see a different wallpaper. Some people like it, some people don't, especially I personally don't like it. So if you're like me and if you want to disable it, this is how you can disable it from settings. And now here's the lock screen once again, and no matter how many times you come to the lock screen, we will have a fixed wallpaper. Next, I'm going to show you some camera gestures. First, we have touch. Once you enable this feature, we can take a picture by just touching the preview screen. It works for both the rear camera and even for selfies. Next, we have the palm gesture, which only works for the front camera, and it's great for taking selfies. Just enable it and then show your palm to the front camera, and your phone will take a picture in just 2 seconds. And here's a quick preview of that once again. Next, we have some important screen off gestures. We have things like double tap to wake. We can also draw a note to open the camera application. Next, we can draw a V to turn on the flash. We also have more like music controls and custom shortcuts. But most of the time, I just draw V to turn on the flash. And to turn it off, we can press the power button. Next, we have a pretty cool shortcut to start or open split screen mode. This feature is enabled by default. Just make sure this particular toggle is enabled, and if it is enabled, you can just swipe up using 3 fingers to open the current application in a split screen mode. Now this is an Oppo phone, it's not like other phones, so some of the applications will not support this feature. With that said, most of the applications, especially third-party applications, do support split screen mode. Next, I'm going to show you how to record calls automatically on your phone. For that, go to settings just by clicking that button, and now select call recording, and make sure you enable this particular toggle. And once it is enabled, all the calls will be recorded automatically on your phone. Now this feature is available in India but might not be available in other countries. So if you can't find this feature on your phone, try using a third-party application. Next, I'm going to show you digital well-being. Now this is a feature from Google and you can find it in settings. This feature analyzes your phone's usage and gives you a complete report. It shows you how many times you've unlocked your phone, how many notifications you've got, how much time you're using your phone, and which apps you're using the most. So with all this information, you can know your usage, and you can also limit your usage using this feature, which is a pretty cool thing. So let's say if you don't want to watch videos on YouTube for more than 1 hour in a day, we can put up such restrictions using this feature. Next, we have wind down. This is another feature from Google, which will help you sleep faster at night. Using this feature, we can schedule our phone to turn on grayscale mode and do not disturb mode automatically at a specific time. This is something I would definitely recommend you to try. Next, I'm going to show you how you can change your default apps, whether you want to change your default launcher, default browser, or anything. For that, we need to first go to settings. Once you're in settings, select app management, then select default apps. Now from this page, you can change your default launcher, default SMS application, browser, and so on. I would definitely recommend you to change your default browser to Google Chrome. Just like that. Next, I'm going to show you how to display the battery percentage on the status bar. For that, go to settings, then select notification and status bar, and then enable this toggle. Once you do that, we can see the battery percentage on the status bar. In the same way, if you want to see the network usage on the status bar, enable this toggle. Next, I'm going to show you how to display the RAM information on the recent apps page. For that, go to settings, then select additional settings, and now enable this toggle. Once you do that, we can see the RAM or memory information in the recent apps page. Next, I'm going to show you how to record the screen on your phone. For that, first go to the toggles, and if you can't find the screen recording option, you need to click this button over here and search in the extra toggles. We have a dedicated toggle called Start Screen Recording. Just bring it up, and now we can start video recording just by using this toggle. Just click it and screen recording should start in 3 seconds. If your phone asks for any permissions, just grant them all. Next, I'm going to show you how to stop applications from automatically restarting in the background. For that, you need to first open Phone Manager. You can find it on the home screen or in your app drawer. Once you open it up, select Privacy Permissions, then select Startup Manager. Now from this page, we can start or stop applications from automatically restarting in the background. Personally, I'll enable this toggle for apps like Truecaller, WhatsApp, or Instagram, and disable it for everything else. So guys, these are the most important tips and tricks for your phone. If I missed out on anything important, do let me know by commenting below this video, and definitely check out my video on best features. Link will be in the description. Now with that said, if you're planning to buy this phone, please use the link in the description. It always helps the channel. If you want us to make any specific video, tweet out to us with the hashtag AskGreedyTech on Twitter and we will try to make it as soon as possible. I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech signing off. Have a nice day.